What did Jimin really hide from the public all this time? The mysterious gift he prepared for Jungkook while out of the military is finally revealed, and his reaction makes all the army cry. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you didn't expect this too. The low-key remarks were heard behind the camera in an exclusive video that leaked before it was scheduled to air. Jungkook, standing still in his military uniform that had started to come loose, looked at Jimin with watery eyes. No one expected that such a simple gift, yet so emotional and meaningful, would spark one of the most moving moments in BTS's history after their military service. But before the public knew the contents of the gift, the question was, why did Jimin refuse to tell about it for months? And what exactly happened behind the scenes during Jungkook's military service? This story is not just about gifts. It's about friendships, old wounds that are never talked about, and tacit promises made without the knowledge of anyone, not even HYB's management. A few months before Jungkook officially left for the army, Jimin was seen with him in a BTS workout video that was never uploaded. In the footage, which was leaked via a private fan site, they are seen sitting together in a corner of the studio, talking without a microphone on. Jimin's last words before they broke up that night were, "I want to be the first one to welcome you home. But not just with a hug. I'll prepare something you'll always remember." But who could have thought that something would make Jungkook prostrate and shed tears in front of the camera? Jungkook completed his military service. The cameras are ready, the global fanbase is waiting. But the most awaited thing didn't happen. No live broadcast, no official statement, and what's more suspicious, no Jimin among the other members picked Jungkook up in front of the headquarters. Why? Did Jimin deliberately not come? The reality is much more complicated and much more touching. According to an internal source who did not want to be named, Jimin did not appear on the set because he was preparing something personally. A moment that not even the agency side was given permission to intervene. Location: a wooden house on the outskirts of Gangwon-do. A static camera recorded a small room decorated with candles, indoor plants, and photographs of BTS old memories. Jungkook entered alone, still in his military uniform, holding a piece of paper that read, "Come in if you remember." As he opens the door, the music sounds, an acoustic version of "Still With You," which Jimin had secretly re-recorded during Jungkook's tenure. The song plays as the screen displays a montage of photos and videos of the duo's memories, some of which have never been seen publicly. Starting from the moment they first debuted, a sleepless night rehearsal, to Jimin's selfie video when Jungkook cried because he couldn't go home to Busan. And when the song was over, Jimin came in casual clothes, carrying a weathered wooden box. In it, *** sheets of letters Jimin has written to Jungkook, one every week, for the past 2 years. Total of 104 letters. *** Jungkook did not immediately open the letters. He hugged Jimin and didn't say a word for almost 2 minutes. The cry broke out silently. One of the letters that was later read out in the video had content that made many army cry on social media. Week 47. I dreamt you sitting in the rehearsal room, alone like you used to. But this time, you don't look lonely. You look at the door and say, "Jimin Hyung, are you coming?" I woke up crying. I hate myself for not being able to say yes to that dream. At the end of the video, a voice note is played. Jimin's voice, secretly recorded during their 2022 Las Vegas concert, is heard saying, "If one day you read this letter and I'm gone, please remember that the only thing I regret is that I didn't say how important you were to me." The words immediately made fans speculate. ***, has Jimin ever experienced something that threatened his life? ***, why did he record such a voice note? Some people mentioned that Jimin had undergone secret treatment during Jungkook's military service, but this news was never confirmed by HYB. Most of the army cried and felt touched by Jimin's sincerity. Many uploaded videos of their reactions to reading the contents of the letters, which were partially published in a photo book limited to only 700 copies. But others wonder, ***, is this gift too personal to share with the public? Is this a form of emotional exploitation between BTS members? The fact that the video was leaked, rather than officially released, led to speculation that this was the only way Jimin could have shared the moment without corporate permission. A few days after the video went viral, BTS official Twitter account posted a mysterious tweet from Jimin. "He is home. Finally. I can breathe." Netizens immediately flooded the comments with theories, questions, and speculations. but HYB chose silence. Even to this day, they have not given any official clarification on the video. This is a question that has no answer yet. But one thing is clear, Jungkook's military travels have changed everything. And Jimin, in his own way, has shown that the bond between them goes beyond professional boundaries. But apparently, this story did not end as a fairy tale of beautiful friendship as the public imagined. Quite the opposite. The secretly broadcast tearful moment actually opened up an unexpected new gap, the internal controversy that the agency had been so tightly closing. As well as the rumors that led to the one thing that fans feared the most. Was there anything more to the feeling than friendship? A few days after the emotional video went viral, an old account that used to be known as BTS's former staff stylist suddenly posted a tweet inviting a storm of speculation. The tweet read, "Some of those letters, I burned them first, but Jimin kept it on a personal hard drive. I thought they'd stay a secret forever." Shortly after, the account disappeared, suspended. But the digital trail is already spreading. The word burned provoked an explosion of rumors. What letters were burned? Why does Jimin keep it on a private drive? And why does it sound as if the stylist is hiding something more serious? The army split in two. Some defended, saying they were just plain letters that were too personal, too honest for public consumption. But others, especially from overseas fandom communities, raised a deeper issue. Was there pressure from agencies for the letters to be censored for implying feelings that male idols are not supposed to display in the K-pop system? The issue immediately intersected with an old speculation, rumors about an emotional closeness between Jimin and Jungkook that had long been considered just a fan service. But the content of the letters, especially the 90-second letter, which was photographed in low quality by a fan site before the photo book was taken out of circulation, suggests they cannot be ignored. In the letter it is written, "There are days I hate to love you secretly, because our world does not allow it to look normal." This sentence fuels all the theories that have been suppressed by the stigma of the industry. Within 24 hours, the phrase *Jimin loves Jungkook* trending in 11 countries. The HYB agency, as always, chose silence. But their silence only increased suspicion. The controversy grew further when fans discovered that during Jungkook's military service, Jimin had disappeared from social media for 43 days without explanation. Later, it became known that he was somewhere in Europe, allegedly for mental treatment or private therapy. But what is suspicious is, the date of Jimin's return to Korea exactly coincides with the date of the 50th letter, the contents of which have never been officially leaked. Speculation is growing wild. Some say that the letter contained an emotional confession that made Jimin himself fall into a mental crisis. Even an independent podcast that is known to often discuss the dark side of the K-pop industry claims that there are internal HYB who are trying to filter some letters that are too sensitive for the public to read. One of the most controversial clues came from a small detail in the gift video itself. As Jungkook opened the box containing the letters, there was one blue envelope tucked apart from the others. In the frame of the camera, only one word is written on the envelope: forgive. The envelope was not opened in the video, and until now, there is not a single clarification about the contents. But the public has enough reason to ask, what needs to be forgiven? And why did Jimin consider that he should ask for forgiveness in a moment that should only be about happiness? Some former fans who are now critics of the K-pop industry judge that this is no longer just a matter of gifts or friendship. It touches on a very taboo area within South Korea's entertainment world, two deep emotional attachments between male idols, which, if not controlled, can be considered brand damaging. Until now, there has not been a single official statement from HYB's side about the leaked emotional video, the unopened forgive letter, or the explosive speculation regarding Jimin and Jungkook's closeness. However, the more they were silent, the more the public demanded answers. And what is even more surprising, the news appeared that HYB had tried to stop making the gift in the first place. An internal document leaked from a closed forum in the fan community featured screenshots of messages between HYB's senior manager and one of the production staff. The content of the message, "Please convey to Jimin that this project violates sensitive emotional boundaries. We can't let him say something that could be misinterpreted by the public." The sentence became the first evidence that the agency knew the contents of the gift, even tried to stop it, but Jimin insisted on continuing anyway. The question now, why is HYB worried? Is it because the gift contains material that can unravel the real dynamics between members? Or is it because they know that the letters can backfire, creating psychological pressure and unhealthy expectations from the public? To make matters worse, a former HYB employee claims that Jimin wasn't the only one who wrote letters to Jungkook over the past 2 years. He admitted that **** one of the other members also wrote a letter, but it never reached Jungkook. ***, according to him, the letter was withheld by internal parties because it contained an overly emotional outpouring of heart, was full of jealousy, and openly offended the Jimin-Jungkook relationship. Fans immediately speculated, was the letter from Taehyung? This speculation exploded because the timing of the document leak was adjacent to the moment when Taehyung suddenly unfollowed Jimin's account on Weverse and was not present at the private reunion event after Jungkook returned from the military. The media only mentioned that Taehyung was undergoing an individual schedule, but fan camera footage showed that he was in Seoul that same night. Suddenly, the public began to question, is there an emotional love triangle that has been hidden from the public eye? Are Jimin's letters just one side of a narrative that has been controlled by the camera and the company? Why are letters from other members hidden? Is it because the content is too honest, or is it too disturbing to the image the group has meticulously built over the years? When this rumor took possession of trending on social media, one post from Jimin appeared, without text, without explanation. Just a photo, a half-open envelope on a wooden table, next to it a lighted candle and paper with the words, "You should have told me." The public was in uproar. Who's supposed to talk? Jungkook? Taehyung? Or maybe HYB? The fans began to divide themselves in emotional factions. Some blamed Jimin for being too open and creating unnecessary pressure. There are those who actually support his courage because finally shows that idols are also human beings who feel hurt and longing. And there are those who say that this whole incident is a game of agency, where Jimin and Jungkook are just pawns to create a touching and viral narrative in order to maintain post-military relevance. One of the most provocative theories even mentions that the 100th letter, which seems to be full of emotional confessions, was not actually written by Jimin, but by a ghostwriter whom HYB commissioned to build a viral moment. This theory arose after a script editor in the publishing industry admitted to seeing a writing structure that was inconsistent with Jimin's style on previous social media platforms. If that's true, then the question becomes much darker. Was even the longing and tears in the video planned and orchestrated to preserve the brand? But this theory was soon refuted by hardcore fans who recognized Jimin's handwriting style. They show similar letter forms, consistent emotions, and personal metaphors that can only be written by someone who has really known Jungkook since he was a teenager. Amid this chaos, one more surprising fact emerges. And this is not a rumor. One of Jimin's letters mentioned an incident that was never reported by the media, a night in 2021, when Jungkook reportedly almost quit BTS due to a vision split. In the 59th letter, Jimin wrote, "That night I stood at your door for almost 2 hours. You didn't pick up the phone. I remember what you shouted from the window. If I leave, don't hold me. You wanted to go too, didn't you?" The letter became a new boom. It was never previously known that Jungkook was close to leaving the group, especially after the Butter era, which was considered their heyday. The fact that internal bickering is as intense as it's ever been and kept neat shows how BTS's reality isn't as beautiful as it appears on screen. Now, the public is demanding the truth. Was the reward video a form of reconciliation or a final apology because Jungkook had already decided on a different direction in life after the military? Is the forgive letter a sign that Jimin feels guilty about having done something in the past? Or is it? That's the answer to the letter that never came from Taehyung. To be sure, the gift has broken the illusion that everything is fine. Behind the perfect choreography and smiles on stage, there's tension, there's hurt, and there are things that even the agency can't control. The public is now waiting. Who will raise the voice first? And you? Does it still believe that the gift is only about friendship? Write your opinion now and get ready, because reportedly, someone from within HYB will soon leak the contents of the last unopened letter, and it could change the way the world sees BTS forever. That night, after the whole world debated the contents of the letters, the love triangle theory, and whether all of this was just part of the Giants' marketing strategy, an unexpected post appeared on an old fanbase account that once leaked BTS's secret training information. The upload was in the form of a video that lasted only 11 seconds. No sound, without filters, without text. Only CCTV footage shows Jimin standing alone in front of the gate of the HYB building. It doesn't go in. He stood up, holding something in his hand. When the camera zooms in on the image, it clearly shows that blue envelope. The letter read, "Forgive." It didn't take long for the next explosion to erupt. Comments flooded the video, thousands in a matter of minutes. Many highlighted one detail that made cold blood rustle. Jimin wore the same black hoodie as he wore in one of his letters, precisely the 65th letter, in which he wrote, "If one day I'm too cowardly to speak directly, maybe I'll come just to stand and hope you come out looking for me." Jungkook never appeared in the video, but netizens discovered from the file's metadata that the video was shot the day after Jungkook's